Hey y'all, this is Jocasta Lester. In this video, I want to talk to you about how there's a whole subculture of people who treat you like the worst person in the world. And I can tell you why. They have familiar spirits. They have them, and you may have them too. Like I know those lures. The lure is it's simple. It's a set of spirits that basically babble crap about you all day. And to be quite honest with you, they pilfer defilement into the spirit. A person with these particular spirits is under torment, okay? And these particular spirits tend to go into situations to sabotage your life. I'm telling you, they do. And there are people who are witches and things that are in tune with them. And some people are Christians that can hear them too. Some people that are treacherous and Christians that like to manipulate them against you and such. When they hear them, they try to will them against you. Some of them do. And some of them, they're not really doing it. In other words, the people, I don't want to speak for a bad person that's picking on people, okay? But I'm going to tell you like this. Some of these people, they have these spirits that have been babbling to them about you. And they don't have to necessarily hear it. They are influenced, they are acted upon, oppressed by these particular spirits that have been kind of influencing them in a way. So that's kind of what I've noticed about people with familiar spirits. How can you recognize who they are? They tend to have these attributes. Listen to me. They are geeky outside of their normal. In other words, the geeky is not quirky. The geeky is like really, really geeky. Like it's almost like a form of withdrawal from normal interaction they're not normal. Okay. And the reasons that they're not normal have to do with the spirits that oppress them. They don't even understand sometimes that they're acting upon them, okay? Some of their families, they usually have a history of Freemasonry. They usually have a history of witchcraft. They have different things in their background that make them people that are different than what are well-adjusted people, okay? Some of them are very well-adjusted, and they're actually the ones that, believe it or not, have some savvy and are manipulating them in some cases. In some cases, not all. They can't really do that, but what happens is they're being derided for being evil, so they think they can, and they get picked on by them too. But, long story short, there's like a whole spiritual world out there. But there are some people who are very, very withdrawn. They don't have like a bunch of social interactions. They don't have extensive social skills. And what these spirits do, I'm telling you, these spirits try to take you captive in your own body. They try to take you out of meaningful conversations and into meaningless conversations. Some of them, in some cases, they get so bad such that when you're talking, you can hear them out. Some people have them that bad, okay? And I'm telling you, there are people who, another thing that you can notice when they have them, when you're having a conversation with them, they're not there because they're somewhere else in their head dealing with these spirits. You could be talking to them. It's not that they're slow. It's because they're elsewhere in their spirit. Okay. It's like they're interacting with these spirits and trying to control whatever it is that's going on in their mind, whatever's pestering them, whatever's been chattering to them in their head. They're distracted by whatever's in there and they're not there with you. So they basically disconnect from the world. And some of them try to drive people out of regular person-to-person interaction and into that place where they basically hold on to them and torment them and keep them trapped in these conversations. Eventually, the people become bonded to them and they end up getting demonically possessed because what those spirits do is bring worse spirits to you that bring demons to you, and then they try to dwell in your body. Okay, so that is what I've noticed about these nasty spirits. They're like roaches. I'm telling you, they are. And the people that like them, you can tell that there are people that like them. Sometimes you can find the ones that are the most loyal to them. Like I said, you could test when somebody's against you by fasting. Like you can fast, and if they try to feed you, they're against you. It's just simple. Now, those are the ones that scatter abroad in your life. What that means is this. Those are the people that if you're friends with them, they withdraw things from you because you're friends with that person. And that's the truth. If you've ever dealt with a person where you give them $20 and the world tries to take $20 away from you, that person, even if they don't mean to, that person is one that's acting against you. And those particular spirits have tried to take control of that person. That particular person may be under the heavy influence of those spirits. In other words, those spirits may have tried to take that person out of being holy and good and into being something evil and hypocritical and hard-hearted towards you. Just know it. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. And guys, the ones that you hear, they are your saboteurs. I know that some of these spirits, what happens is this too. They also are spirits that try to skew your view of people in the world, so that when you have a first time, every person is a first time interaction. Don't treat these spirits like they're telling you about the person before you come to them. These spirits are treacherous, and they will get you into bad social interactions with people. What you find is, when you come into a first time situation, that's the first time you met that person, and the interaction was very real. And those other spirits try to be a part of your life, but they don't belong there. Okay, so long story short, when you interact with each person, treat it like a first time encounter, because it really is. What happens is these spirits try to color those interactions with you. Unless you are in a pure, holy situation with God, truly, and you know that you're in good standing, and you know that none of these spirits bother you. Understand that these spirits can be confusing. Okay, so long story short, when you meet a person for the first time, just know that, yes, those spirits may have told you some things about that person. They're familiar to that person, but it may not have told you the truth about that person, and it may have just skewed the interaction just enough so that you end up offending that person when you meet them. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. And yes, some people are actually people with familiar spirits, meaning those people have that spirit attached to them. And yes, that spirit comes to you and they are attached to it. They know about it. They're aware of what they're doing with that spirit. Other people are detached from those spirits, but those spirits try to talk about them to you, and they're evil. Okay, so repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. And every single one of those spirits, I'm telling you, they are there to try to take advantage of you, to try to leave you without, and to try to throw you away. So thank you for listening. Blessings.